Well, in this case study presentation, I will be taking you through the steps of an information seeking process carried out by Dorothea, a nurse in pursuit of proficiency in online research. At the end of, of each major step, I will pose 1 to 2 questions to help identify what Dorothea is doing right or wrong. Dorothea goes to Georgian College. It is close to the end of the semester and she is setting up to do a major assignment. Dorothea, after getting permission from her instructor, will be doing a case study on teenage drug abuse. Dorothea knows that her topic is a broad one and needs to decide on what aspects of teenage drug abuse she wants to look at. As a nurse, empathy is dear to her heart and she decides to focus on effective intervention methods in the fight against teenage drug abuse. She aims to put together a record of intervention methods tried and tested. Through this assignment, she hopes to improve her ability to search for evidence-based articles. Do you think Who do you think will benefit from Dorothea's final project? Do you think the scope of the project is too broad? Like most people, Dorothea went straight to Google to start her online search. She also remembered her younger brother using Ask.com to get answers about a math problem he had in school. She then copied and pasted our topic title on the search box and came up with the following results. The Google search brought up a lot of government and commercial websites. At first sight, some of the sites looked relevant to Dorothea's search for information and was shortlisted for further investigation. Others, which do not look so relevant, were ignored. Most of the government websites contain summaries for brief information purposes as well as links to other sources on the topic. Ask.com brought up similar search results which more emphasis on social media websites. All such results clicked on by Dorothea provided some kind of perspective on a topic. So, what do you think? Does Dorothea have enough competent source to complete her information seeking process? Could you think of at least 2 other online search approaches Dorothea could use? Well, Dorothea felt she needed more sources she could use to support a search for factual evidence. After all, as a nurse, she wouldn't want to recommend an intervention that has not been proven to be effective. She decides to talk to the UIT librarian who recommends Google Scholar, ProQuest, PubMed, and Synapse. These recommended search engines provided a better focus on the research topic. They offer Dorothea the opportunity to search by relevance, date range, and other criteria. The combined Sinai and Progress search offered even more opportunity to search scholarly papers as well as exclude distracting sources that may otherwise clutter the final search list. To decide on the article to access, Dorothea clicked on the links from all sources that have combination of a key search words, preview and save them in a special folder. She paid special attention to scholarly articles with in-depth analysis of intervention methods. For example, this journal article reviewed multiple experimental studies from 1,129 papers and uses filters to come up with a short list, which were further assessed for effectiveness. Next, Dorothea evaluates accuracy, authority, objectivity, currency, and coverage of the shortlisted articles from all sources. She uses criteria such as: are the authors and sources credible? Are the contents reliable? Is there evidence of a verification process in place? What is the purpose of the website? Is the information presented in the website or articles unbiased? How old are the intervention methods? Are the experimental strategies less than 10 years ago? Does the website cover the intent and scope of our inquiry? So what kind of information source should Dorothea be concentrating on? How would you evaluate information from private clinic websites? To put her research findings together, Dorothea decides on a table format. She then chooses relevant headings and classification system through which she can summarize her findings in a concise way. This is the format used by Dorothea. In the first column, she has a descriptive summary of the intervention method and a link to its online source. The second column classifies the intervention into different types. Is it a school-based intervention or a family-oriented intervention? The third group expresses the age group target, while the fourth column indicates the type of substance used or abused. The last column summarizes the impact of the study and expresses the relative effectiveness of the intervention method. Can you think of a different approach Dorothea could use to put a search result together? Dorothea is happy with the search. Dorothea is happy with the research she has done and is ready to present her findings to the class. She opted for a PowerPoint presentation for the following reasons. She is going to insert an introductory video to remind the class of the impact of teenage drug abuse. The table will be the centerpiece of her presentation. She will use the table to share a lot of information about intervention strategies as well as present a comparative analysis of the intervention methods. The inserted URLs will also follow her will also allow her to switch to the more detailed sources and back at the click of a button. All she needs to do now is to add a few nice things to make the presentation look more engaging without losing the message. What do you suggest? Thank you.